Welcome back to part 2 of this Google Performance for your Squarespace website series. Today's video is all about improving your mobile performance score. So I'm going to go ahead and assume a few things. I already showed you what Google Performance score means. It's your speed and your performance. We want to give it above 90. But for this video, I want to go ahead and say getting your mobile performance to perform the same way as your desktop is harder. So if your mobile score is lower than what you're seeing on desktop, you are not alone. That is okay. That's why there's a whole separate video for this. I'm going to give you a couple more tips on how to improve that mobile score. And if we haven't met, I'm Catherine Forbes, founder of Designing the Row. I'm a Squarespace expert and authorized trainer. I've designed over 250 client websites. I love Squarespace. I love analytics. I love reverse engineering things to see how we can make them better. And that is why we are here. So let's dive in and talk about your mobile performance of your Squarespace website. I've got 4 tips for you. And the first one, let's get right to it, is going to be the text size that you have at the top of your homepage. So in that hero section, above the fold, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're seeing, that text size before you scroll down is important on mobile. Now, if you're like me, and you've set your font size to look just right the way you want it on desktop, and then you go and look at your performance score for your mobile and it's saying, hey, your font's too big, and you're like, well, it looks perfect on desktop, thank you. Let me show you how to adjust that. So let's type in the first thing here, large header text in your hero section. We're going to leave it be the way it is on your desktop, and you can put this in your code, and this will basically say fix the header 1 size on my website, but only on screens that have a max width of 600. And then you can control this number right here to make the header 1 size smaller. That way we can make Google happy by making our font smaller on mobile, but not necessarily on the desktop design. If you need to change it to header 2, or maybe you need to add header 2, you can just type in like this and it will apply to all your headers. But for the most part, it will likely be your header 1 at the top of your home page that you need to adjust. Okay, that is going to help you. The second thing that is going to help you is going to be something we talked about in the last video, but I want to reiterate it here. It's going to be your image file sizes. Like I said in the desktop video, I optimized my site for desktop performance, which said you needed to have images under 400 kilobytes. And then I got to the mobile part and it said, okay, just kidding, we actually want your images to be under 200. So let's just go ahead and do everything under 200 to make it happy for both desktop and mobile all at the same time. You can do that here. In the last video, I showed you how to check what your images actually are on the back end of Squarespace. In this video, I want to show you, if they're not appropriate, how you can change them before you upload them, at least how I do it on a Mac. So let's open my scary downloads folder of too many things I need to clean up, and I'm just going to pick a random image and I will show you how to quickly change the size of it. We'll pick this brand photo of me. It opens it up in preview for default for me. I'm going to click File, Export, and you can see it's defaulting to JPEG, and here is the file size here. So that's going to be way too big. I'm just going to drag this bar down here, and there we go. You can see now my file size is going to be under 200 kilobytes. You can save, select your folder where you need that to go, and you'll be good to go. I'm going to hit Cancel. But that is how you can resize your images before you even upload them to your Squarespace website to make sure that you are good to go. Okay, cruising right along, back into edit mode here. Number 3 for your mobile performance, similar to what we talked about in the desktop version. If you see something in your performance score flags that says TBT or total blocking time, that is the load time of your elements. So maybe they're not loading fast enough. Maybe you need to look at the size of them. Maybe there's the animation that's turned on. But if you think about it, if we look at this in the mobile view, you can see more of my page in the mobile view than you can in a desktop. Very often, especially if you have like a horizontal image, it's going to take up much less space at the top of your mobile than on your desktop. So you can see more things usually on mobile than you can on desktop. So you're going to need to look at the total time blocking, and it might take up more of your page on your home page than just what's above the fold on desktop. So you're going to need to analyze things maybe even a little bit farther down on your homepage for your mobile performance score than your desktop performance score. So let's put here animations, file loading, whatever you see loading in the initial view of your page. You need to take into consideration for your mobile. And while we're talking about our home pages, I want to again tell you about this new free tool that I have to get your homepage copy written in minutes. Performance score is great, but these are actually people coming to your website, not just Google looking at your website. We need the people to like your website too. And you're going to do that by making sure you write words and share homepage copy that can really connect with them. Let them know what you do, how you can help them so that they can take action to work with you, buy from you, whatever that might look like. So I've created this tool. You answer 4 questions and it will write a homepage draft for you that basically is a download of my brain. I built this tool by giving it basically everything is in my brain. I say you can like pick my brain, but without me having to be there on your own time. You can tell it all about yourself, and it will give you homepage copy that not only connects with your audience, but also helps you rank on Google. So if you want to try that out, designingtherow.com/free, and you can start playing around with this tool and writing your own homepage copy. But back to our list, one more thing to go, and the final one is going to be about your fonts. So in the next video, we're going to get into a couple of things that Squarespace does that hurts the Google performance score that we have no control over. One of those is fonts, and they load the font files after the homepage loads. And so if you're using a fancy font or a custom font, then that's not going to be very helpful for you because it's not going to load fast enough and you're going to get dinged for that. So what you want to do is make sure you pick system fonts, especially for your headers. And what that does is basically, say you use like Arial or Times New Roman, Roboto. You can Google search what system fonts are if you need some ideas, but you want to pick those fonts because they're already on everybody's operating systems, and those are going to load before any of your fancy fonts are. So if you're getting dinged for your fonts, maybe it's because you're using something a little too fancy, you need to tone it down, go basic, and use something super simple, a system font, especially for your headers. And for the record, I want to throw a little designer perspective in there and say that you should not worry about using simple fonts. I actually recommend it from a design perspective, not just a performance perspective, because we are used to reading fonts like Arial and Times New Roman. Our brain doesn't have to think in order to process what that kind of font says. Helvetica, like we're so used to seeing those fonts that we don't have to use another part of our brain to like decipher the fancy font and what it says. So I always recommend going super basic. Maybe you can see here the fonts that I use on my website are super basic. I use the exact same font for my headers and my paragraph font. The headers are just bold, and this is obviously not. And it's Arial. I use Arial across my whole site because it's easy to read, it's recognizable, it's not going to slow you down when it comes to reading my text. And so I would recommend using the system fonts, and don't be afraid to use them because they are actually good for performance and for design and for user experience. So that's just my little tidbit there for you about using the basic and simple fonts. So to wrap it up here for our mobile specific advice for improving your Google performance score, for your Squarespace website, avoid large header text in your hero section. and control that here on mobile only by using this code. Make sure your images are sized appropriately. Turn off the animations. Make sure your files are loading. Whatever you see in the initial load of your website on mobile, make sure it all loads very quickly. And then make sure you're selecting system fonts and making sure those are specifically for the headers, if anything. So that is my advice for you. Go check out the custom copy curator tool, designingtherow.com/free. And remember that there's one more video in the series. We're going to talk about the stuff Squarespace does that we wish they didn't, but they do, and it hurts the performance score, and you're just going to have to scroll past that in your report and let it be. I just want to let you know that you're not doing anything wrong. There's nothing that you can fix when it comes to these few things, and I will see you in the next video.